What's up, everybody? In this video, I wanted to really go over my double stop check exercise. And what this exercise does is it just helps you utilize and synchronize your technique between both hands while you're practicing, whether it's my float and fall method or whether you're using any other technique that you use to play drums. So for me, you can use this exercise for absolutely anything. Okay, you could be just doing singles or at different tempos. What I like to do is I use this exercise with the 1 through 8s grids exercise. And what the 1 through 8s grids exercise is just you have your metronome at 50 beats per minute and you literally play 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6 all the way up to 8s and then back down. And what's great about this is not only are you working on your time, right, because you have this grounding pulse the entire time, but you're slowly going up in speed inside of a quarter note pulse. So I'm going to play this for you. And what this does is it allows you to, what I was saying before, check your hands. Whether you're a match grip player, traditional grip player, it doesn't matter. You start up and end up, right? And if you're using the float and fall method, you would be letting the stick drop on its own right, focusing on that balance and pressure point between your thumb and the first knuckle of your index finger, and you're letting it drop on its own with gravity, and when you do that, it'll pop right back up, right? And it's all based on how fast it comes back up will be based strokes on how pressurized at the same time. That's your literally called a double pressure point. And so it's just checking in, are my hands equal? Is the stick coming down at the same rate as it's coming back up? So as we know, I'm mainly a traditional grip player, and we also know that I don't care what grip you use, and I personally don't think there's a grip better than another grip, right? So we're going to be I'm using traditional grip, but the same rules apply here, okay? Whether it's match or traditional. So I'm going to put my metronome on, just my handy dandy phone tempo app metronome at 50 beats per minute, and we're going to do the check exercise together. All right, here we go. So we're starting up and ending up. As always, we're checking that pressurization, right, in our fulcrum. And I'm just going to literally go the grids exercise, 1 through 8s, and back down. Here we go. 1, 2, here we go. At this point, we want to make sure we're just able to look at both hands at the same time and feel, do both of my hands feel the same? They should. While we're breathing, the whole deal. All right, now I'm going to move into 2s. Here we go. Ready, go. These are 8th notes. Have that steady pulse, that metronome. Our pressurization in our fulcrum shouldn't change, right? Letting the stick drop on its own, and it bounces back up on its own. I'm not doing anything. I'm just leaning into the gravity. Checking and making sure both of my hands are doing the thing. The pressurization of the fulcrum never changes no matter how fast. And you'll see no matter how fast the speed of my stick goes, the stick heights for this exercise are staying up all the way. So now I'm going to head to 3s. Here we go. We don't want a flam effect that I'm just doing here. We want a double stop. There we go. Pressurization of the fulcrum the same. All right, let's do 4s, which are 16th notes, right? Here we go. Ready? Go. All right, we're going to head to 5s here. Ooh, make sure we're not flamming. I was just flamming there. Nice and relaxed. Here we go. 5s, ready? Go. All right, now we're going to go back down to 4s. Go. Whew. Feeling the blood rush now. All right, 3s, here we go. Fulcrum pressure never changes. Just the rate of speed at which we move our wrist, right? All right, let's do some 8th notes. Here we go. All right, back to 1s. Here we go. And stop. Cool. So with this exercise, I only went up to 5s. Because in this moment, I didn't know if I could. I'm using bigger sticks, fatter sticks, and I'm not super warmed up yet. So I didn't know if I could make it to 6, 7s, and 8s with all together. However, that's a great exercise to do. And you could take this even further and do the 8s in your feet, right? Whether you have a double bass pedal or a hi-hat and a single bass pedal like me, you could easily do all the same thing, double stop, checking the technique in your feet. And you don't have to do the 8s exercise, right? You could just do quarter notes, 8th notes, 16th notes, back down to 8th notes, quarter notes. Also, that exercise is also known as my all you need exercise, or some people call it the fast passage exercise. So try this out and let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll with this, everybody. Double stop check exercise. Whoop. Hey, everyone, if you liked this video and you want more, comment down below more. And also tell me your experience with doing a type of double stop exercise like this. And if you have done the exercise, what did it feel like doing it? And if you would like more content like this, please put it in the comments below and let's make some more happen. Awesome. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe and enable those notifications to stay updated on all things Holly Chanel and all things Common Drummers Academy. Awesome. Peace out, everybody.